Great to see you.
Yeah.
It's been so long.
Well, I've really come from a place where I'm really pumped up, because I was just with 22 other young people in various schools, and we were teaching them something of the Boolean way and something of Aboriginal culture, because there were young people that wasn't really in touch with their own culture. So we spent 2 days there with national parks and school leaders, and teaching them the things the way that Aboriginal people did them for 1,000 generations. I'm told that I talk down in my throat, I gotta talk out. Because it's pretty hard to change our habit, the way you talk all your life. Well, it's good to be here. My name is Ozzy Cruz. I'm an uncle, pop to half the population in Australia, really. But here particularly, people know me as Uncle Ozzy. I'm a pastor of the Aboriginal Evangelical Church. I've been an advisor of the state and federal government, and I've worked with World Vision Honorary. I've worked in many programs that linked up with the United Nations. So pretty broad experience. And if any time you want to ask me any question, I'll accommodate just any question at all, whatever it is. You can talk about the economy of the day, which is going to be one of the biggest debates we're going to have in this country very shortly. But the fact is, you're here for a very important occasion to find out just what is here scientifically, what's in this place. And of course we, as Aboriginal people, knew about things differently, and we had a different respect for things. We were what we call ourselves custodians. That means we had to look after the environment, because the environment, wherever it was our day-to-day supermarket. We never had fridges, we never had freezers. We had to pick up our food for the day wherever it was, and we made sure we only took what we need for the day. And that means that we managed the environment where we live, bushland where we live, sea country where we live, or a mountain country where we live. We had to manage it so that it was there for another day, and also so for other people that come behind us. So as you're going into the Bio Blitz, you're going to look deeper into it. You're going to find out exactly what is here, how many different birds are here, how many different creatures are still alive, and how many things are going to survive in this country that we're going to build up again. The Bio Blitz is going to build this country up again to what it was, to its former beauty. And that's why it's going to be left alone, and the waterways will come back, the animals and plant life will come back, and we hope that we'll have a really special environment here for people to come. Now the people who live here, well, Tharawal people. A little bit further down south there were Bidawal people. Up here there were Diringin, the Garigal in the mountains. And we've formed ourselves into two clusters. We call ourselves the Monero Nation or the Yuin Nation. And so we come together in that way to share the environment, to share the country. And when I give you a welcome to the country, I just want you to know what it really means. I'll take a few minutes to explain that to you. You know, the welcome to the country was never given to strange people, because there were no strangers in our country. What it was that we had a totem system, you had a skin grouping and a meat system that gave you a family in every tribe. If I knew my tribe was a totem, and I talked to a tribal man about this, I'm a totem person, really, so you come to my tribe and I'll show you where your mother, your father, your uncle and auntie is in my tribe. So in that way, when I'm coming to another country, I'm not coming as an outside stranger, because they know my totem, and they welcome me as an extended family. And I like to think that's our community too. I like to think that you might be coming from another place, but you're still an extension of our community. You might even come from the other side of the world, but you're coming into a place where you're going to be one of our extended family. And that's what I like to think that a welcome to country is. Welcoming you not as a stranger, but welcoming you as extended family of the community that already exists here. And so it is that in that regard, when I welcome you today, I'm acknowledging those people, all those people I mentioned in war. I'm acknowledging them, that they kept this place intact, and for some reason or another we thought we'd manage it better and we made a mess of it, but we're going to bring it back now, and work hard at bringing it back to being, well, hopefully to its former glory. And that's what BioBliss, I hope, will do to show us how best to manage this country here. So then, oh yeah, what is it? Walk down to the gum leaf tree, and it's gum leaf forest. In Welcome to Country, I welcome you with the traditional way of music. We're trying to teach our young people over there how to play a gum leaf, and it's really simple. You just pull your lip and blow it. And then when you blow it, you make a scale. Then you play a tune. Welcome to this country.
Thank you, Uncle Ozzy. And look, when you look at this place, I don't know if any of you boys and girls, get onto Google Earth. Have you ever been on that?
Yeah.
And if you zoom in on Panboola and you go back, you can go back in time because you can look at images going back 10, 12 years. And I don't know, there's Mandy here. Mandy, would you like to just come here for a moment? The people of the Panboola Trust, is that the name?
Yes, partly.
have been working on the things that Ozzy has been talking about restoring this place so that it is a wonderful habitat for plants and animals to live in and for people to enjoy. And Mandy is representing us as a host today of the Panboola group, and I think you should give Mandy and her team for this fantastic setup today that they've organised. So give Mandy and her crew a round of applause.
And welcome everybody and have a fantastic time, I'm sure you will.
So Uncle Ozzy clearly defined the challenge today. We've got to find as many things as we can in the we can't focus on everything. There are many surveys. Now the other person I just want to quickly mention is Libby, who is over at the table there, is with the Atlas of Life in the Coastal Wilderness. Now that is an online resource that connects to the CSIRO Atlas of Living Australia. And if you get right into this idea of looking and exploring scientifically and recording what's around you, your observations can be recorded in the computer. You can join the Atlas, you can log on, you can load photos and records of things in your backyard, and those things will be part of the scientific record. And they don't just accept your word for it though, they have people called moderators who look at your photos and the evidence that you provide who say, yes, we agree that that is a legitimate sighting. But there are people in our community who, because of their careful scientific work, are finding unusual plants and animals that other people haven't seen for a long time. And that's part of our job, to really be aware of what's around us and to find out more about it.